Well, it's 2025, it's April, which can only mean one thing. It's time to do the West Highland Way again. Well, hi, my name's G and this is Red Man Walking. So, if you follow the channel, you'll know that every April I'm on the West Highland Way. And this year we're changing it up a little bit. I've booked to use baggage transfer this year. Normally I've got my full kit on my back. I do the whole 96 miles with my kit on my back. This year we're going to use baggage transfer. Now I've chosen to use baggage freedom. There are quite a few others that will transport your stuff from place to place to place. Quite looking forward to this because if you can look round about me here, we have blue skies. I have picked another cracker of a week to do this. Best of the weather is going to be on Friday, which will be my walk through Glengoyne and over into Kinlochleven. So I'm going to go and drop my bags off down at Baggage Freedom and we'll get started on our trip for 2025. Well, that's me. I've dropped off the bag with Baggage Freedom and we're going to head up, get ourselves a bacon roll and a coffee, and then I'm going to make the short 11-mile trip up to Drymen. Well, that's me full of coffee and bacon rolls. You've seen me do the start of this before, so let's just get started and head off on the West Highland Way for 2025. So, as I'm heading out of Milngavie, as I say, I've dropped my bags off down at the Milngavie train station with Baggage Freedom. Why am I doing baggage transfer, you might ask? Well, I've done the trip the last 3 years with all my kit on my back, and this year I wasn't supposed to be walking solo. Should have been with Ryan, but Ryan and Emma, you'll have seen on the Ben Hope videos, and Ben Clibrec, they're expecting a wee baby this month, so that's an exciting thing that's happening for them. Ryan was supposed to be on this trip with me and we decided we were going to use baggage transfer. Of course, Ryan can't be off on the West Highland Way when they're about to have their first child, so yeah, looking forward to meeting new baby Buckle. And yeah, so that was part of the reason why I was going to be doing baggage transfer this year, but it's something new for the channel, something we haven't done yet, and it's a bit of information that I can pass on to you. So I've dropped my bags off with Baggage Freedom, who are one of many baggage transfer companies that'll take your bag from place to place to place. It's cost me £65 for 7 stops. I've also added on another £30 and they're going to take me back to Buchanan Street bus station. So if that's something that would interest you, it's maybe worth a wee look. So this wee house is a new addition. This is, if you're coming from outside of Scotland, this is where the haggis live. They live in these little houses. They've got two long legs on one side, 2 short legs on the other for running along the hillsides, and this is where they would live. So as you come out past the Carbreath huts and you're heading down with Dumgoyne Hill, up ahead of you, yeah, pop up on this wee hillside and fill in. There's a visitor's book. The haggis do like when you fill in the visitor's book just to record that you've been here. Yeah. Like, let's crack on and get down. I'm actually going to pop into the Glengoyne Distillery this year, so that'll be something new, and I'll bring you back when we get down there. So this is a wee bit different for the trip. I've been chatting to an American couple and an Australian woman, and we haven't done a lot of filming. But on the way down, they quite fancied popping into the Glengoyne Distillery, just at the bottom of Drumgoyne Hill, which you'll see as you come down and turn the corner onto the old railway line just before the Beech Tree Inn. If whisky's your thing, it's been quite interesting. Yeah, haven't spent any money. I'm not really a whisky guy, so I haven't purchased anything. But if you're coming to do the trip, it's only 100 yards off the West Highland Way and definitely worth a visit. I'm going to get the shades on, possibly put a hat on my head, and we're going to make our way along towards the Beech Tree Inn. It's been a good morning. I haven't filmed very much because I've been getting to know my trail companions this morning, but we've done something different there. We've been into the Glengoyne Distillery, which is the sister distillery to my local distillery, the Rosebank in Falkirk. So yeah, if you've ever watched the Scottish series Still Game, you'll have seen Jack and Victor doing multiple tours and getting the samples at the end and being a little bit worse for wear at the end of the trip. So yeah, it's only about 100 yards off the track, so definitely worth a wee visit if you're coming down past here anyway and you're not going too far. We've just bumped into a group of lads who are out celebrating one of their 18th birthdays, and they're heading on to, well, they said Salake, which sadly is closed at the minute due to the owners are changing over and they're not taking bookings till the end of April, so just, plan that ahead. They're heading right over to Salake, or they reckon they might be stopping Milngavie Bay perhaps before that, or Cashel. But that's quite a trek, but they're 18 years old. They're young, they're fit, they're fitter than I, and that's their plan for today. So yeah, lots of different people do it in different ways. The itineraries, can do whatever you want to suit what you want to get out of your trip. I know some people do it in 4 and 5 days. For me, that's too quick. You want to be able to stop off and do things like popping in to see the local distillery, or look at the stuff as you travel along this fantastic way. Right, sunglasses on. The next time you see me, I'll probably have a hat on my head too, or certainly have my sun hoodie that I'm wearing today. Keep the sun off my head, because the last thing I want to do is end up with a bit of heat stroke. So right, I've just caught up with my American and Australian friends for this morning, and we'll speak to you again when we get a little bit further along, where I can see the beech tree is coming into view. It might be a place to stop and get a quick refreshment before heading on. I'm loving this weather. So it wouldn't be day one without stopping off to see the diabetic Shetland ponies. This one's Teddy that's sitting in front of us, and inside the door here, and in there we've got Bolt and Comet. The diabetic ponies, yeah, don't feed them Iron Brew and Skittles and Mars bars when you come here. They're not allowed it. They're diabetic. I've just stopped off at the Beech Tree, and I never realised I've never come into the beer garden at the back. But Mrs. Archibald would love this. There's aviaries with lots of little birds. So if you're coming here and you're coming into the beer garden, yeah, oh, hello. We've got all these wee birds. Now, am I fussed for the idea of keeping birds in cages? No, I'll be honest, not really. And there's a tortoise in here as well. Horsfield's tortoise, born on the 7th of September 2018 in Uzbekistan. They've got an Uzbekistani tortoise here as well. Yeah, I'm going to let you see. What's his name? Has he got a name? He's just called Horsfield's tortoise. I don't know. Here he is. And there he is, sitting underneath the heat lamp, keeping warm. So yeah, I've actually brought lunch with me, so I'm not going to stop here for anything to eat. But yeah, we're going to stop. They're going to grab something to eat. I'm going to grab a quick lager shandy, I think, before I head along to Drymen. we're definitely going to stop at Turn Up the Beat and get a cake, I think. But yeah, if you're coming into the Beech Tree, there's all sorts of wildlife that you can come and see. Chickens back there with hairy feet. Goats, birds, ducks. Check this guy. Yeah, right, I'm going to go and get into the shade, get some Factor 50 on my noggin and grab a quick pint, I think. And then we'll get along a bit further to Turn Up the Beat. Get myself a cake to fuel me on to Drymen. Right, I'll speak to you in a wee bit. Well, that's me. I have made it to Gartness. The sun is still split in the sky. It has been a fabulous day's walking so far. I'm going to stop off at the Honesty Box just along here and see if I can get myself an ice cream before heading up the hill and up to my final spot at Drymen Camping, where tonight, Drymen Camping, if you haven't stayed there before, does the best stone-fired pizza, which is delivered to the site. I don't know whether it's done on the farm or not. I'll need to check that out when I get up there, but I know they do pizzas that you can get on site. So, glorious day. Let's go check out the Honesty Box. We're not happy. This should be open. I usually get an ice cream here, but temporarily closed. The QR code's ready to go for PayPal, but no ice creams this year. Oh well.
Oh well.
Yeah, I'll just have to wait until I get down into Drymen to get myself an ice cream, but well, these are the small challenges you have to face on the West Highland Way. Well, just as we're heading out of Gartness, this is maybe a good time to talk to the camera a wee bit about how my legs are feeling. Now, generally speaking, with my big pack on my back, there's this temptation not to put it down, well, certainly for me anyway, that you have to get that weight back on your shoulders and keep going, and it's sometimes easier just to keep moving along. But today, the pace of life seems to, well, certainly it feels slower. I've popped in and seen the distillery. I didn't feel rushed. Stopped and had a pint with my new trail friends, and it's felt like a slower pace on life. Now, do my legs feel a little bit tired? Yes, because I don't normally walk 11 miles a day. Do my feet feel as achy? No, not even close. So yeah, in that sense, I think using the baggage transfer, if you want to make this slightly easier on your legs, it's definitely a thing that I could recommend doing. So far. So yes, we're now coming out of Gartness, and this is a bit where you've got a bit of uphill climbing to do on the roads. Let's get it done. So if you are staying on the Drymen campsite, the guy who owns the place, his sister, does pizza, which you can order from about 6:15 onwards. I've ordered the pepperoni, and yeah, that's going to save me a wee walk down to the clachan that I would normally do, and we'll eat that. I'll report back. Those of you who know me know I don't eat it on camera because Mrs. Archibald hates it. So yeah, let's give this pizza a wee try and see how we get on. So as you'll see from the sunlight being cast across my physog, sun's going down. It's the back of 7. I've just had dinner at the campsite and I'm heading out to stretch my legs. Now, the way I like to do the West Highland Way, and if you've watched any of my previous trips along this trail, you'll know that I start off an 11 miler to get going. Now, if you're carrying all your gear in your back and it's not something you're used to doing, you're going to be feeling it by the time you get here. I know I certainly am, and I'm glad to get the rucksack off my back. Now, I arrived there about 2 o'clock today, and I'm feeling fresh as a daisy. This is a benefit of baggage transfer. Some might see it as cheating. I was speaking to a guy just after dinner there who is going to be staying at the Riverdenning Hotel tomorrow, at the youth hostel. And he said, oh, I'm kind of cheating. No. When you get to the other end at Fort William, nobody's going to ask you. Nobody. They don't care how you did the West Highland Way. It's up to you. Make it the journey you want to make it. Do what you want to do in order to get to the other end. Folk are going to be impressed. Whether you've camped the whole way, wild camped the whole way, not showered the whole way. do it how you want to do it. I say I normally would stop at Drymen Camping on day one with all my kit and get all set up, have a shower, and then wander the 2 kilometres down into Drymen, which is what I'm doing now. The only difference this year is I've tried the pizza on the Drymen campsite. The chap who owns that campsite, his sister has the cottage next door, and she does thin and crispy stone-baked pizzas. You can get a margherita, I think that's for £10, or you can get the hearty vegetable or pepperoni, as I had, for £12. And there's different delivery slots that you can book in to get your pizza. So I've had that tonight, very tasty. Could thoroughly recommend it, and it's saved me the walk down into Drymen. Well, it's not really, because I'm heading down anyway, but I'm getting my first views over Loch Lomond. I'm going to head down to the Clachan and meet up with my friends that I met today from, where was it, Melbourne, Australia, young lady who's walking it on her own, and a couple I met from Ohio. So I'm going to head down there and see them. In the meantime, here's your first views over Taconic Hill and Loch Lomond side. You've got to get a Highland Coo selfie when you get the chance. Couldn't pass up that opportunity. Well, the sunlight is fading here. I'm almost down into Drymen. And yeah, day one of the West Highland Way with baggage transfer. It's been really good. Arrived this morning, promptly at 8 o'clock, and Baggage Freedom were there ready to take my bag and get me on my way on day one. When I arrived at Drymen Camping, they have their own lock-up, so it seems to be that the different baggage transfer people, certainly at Drymen Camping, have their own sheds that your stuff will get put into, and it's got a combination lock that the different companies will share with you so that you can access your bags when you get to where you're going. So that's been really good. My feet are loving it so far. Yeah, so good. In terms of have no hot spots, no blisters, and yeah, my body's feeling good. So yeah, this is the end of day one. I'm going to sign off here. I'm going to go and get a liquid refreshment, and I'll see you in the morning for day two, where I have to have my bag back in the baggage transfer hut by 9 o'clock. I'll be well out of here before 9 o'clock, because the sun will be up and there's a cockerel on the side who will no doubt be crowing very early in the morning. If you're liking the channel and you're new to this, I'm G from Red Man Walking. Please like and subscribe. And all that remains for me to say is go and create your own adventures, and we'll see you on the next one.